Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another dupe. This one's an actual dupe of Aventus Absolu. I feel like for a while they were saying a bunch of other things were dupes of Aventus Absolu. This one I picked up because it actually is one. From the house of Joe Milano, it's Game of Spades High Roller. Now this is actually my first Joe Milano. I really like the bottle style and I really like the atomizer. Hold on, let me show you. Pretty sure you can see it. It's like a really sick pressurized atomizer. So I was like, you know what, let me pick up a bottle, and TikTok had some incredible Black Friday sales, so I picked it up for a pretty decent price. And since I have it, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about that versus my sample of Aventus Absolu versus, where are ya? Club de Nuit Precious 1. Okay, so when this opens up, I don't love the opening. I might be like being too picky, but I think that you kind of have to be, because I don't think it opens similarly to Aventus Absolu. But in the dry down, it gets a lot closer. It has more spices, in my opinion, than Club de Nuit Precious from Armaf. The notes, I'm not even going to read the notes. As you guys probably already know, Aventus Absolu is kind of like a darker, spicier version of Aventus, and I don't think like anything has really matched the spices in this for me. However, once this dries down, once Game of Spades High Roller dries down, it gets closer to the level of spices, and also I get more ambroxan in the dry down of this. So comparatively speaking, I do think that in the dry down specifically, Game of Spades High Roller gets closer to Aventus Absolu than Club de Nuit Precious 1, or Precious 1. But this has like more ambroxan and a little bit more sweetness to it because of that ambroxan than the original, which I actually like. In the opening though, I feel like I get a little bit more patchouli, which is supposed to be in the dry down, than I would prefer. So really, neither one of these has really opened up too similarly to Creed Aventus Absolu. I'm going to talk to you right now about the difference between these two, because I feel like that's definitely going to be a question. They're kind of in the same price point, depending on how much you can get High Roller for. Because it's 100 mil, it might be a little bit cheaper since this is a 55 mil. I got rid of the Precious. Like, I'm shipping this as soon as this video is over. Although, when I smelled it again, I almost kept it. I almost like canceled the sale. But it's because even though this is a little bit further of a departure from Aventus Absolu, this is also sweeter and fruitier. So for me, that's kind of nice. However, in the far dry down, Precious kind of sometimes gets a little soapy on my skin. And I'm also going to mention this. Game of Spades High Roller on strip, I don't like. I don't know why, but it doesn't dry down the same on strip as it does skin. I mean, obviously that's normal. I love how it dries down on my skin, and I think it's because the ambroxan comes out and gives it a beautiful sweetness. And I feel like it kind of pulls some of the spices out, whereas I'm smelling a lot more patchouli on strip, whether it's the dry down or the opening. Now let's talk about the opening really quick and compare it to Aventus Absolu. Okay. I think it's got a pretty decent opening. Again, within the first couple minutes though, more patchouli than I would prefer comes out. Hold on. Yeah, this is definitely spicier. Aventus Absolu is spicier in the opening. Aventus Absolu still stays spicier than all of the dupes that I've tried so far, which is why I like Aventus Absolu a lot. However, the ambroxan that comes out in the dry down of High Roller, I really do appreciate it. I will also say that even though I've only had this for like maybe a month and a half now, the Club de Nuit Precious, this is already starting to project more and more, but you guys already know how Armaf does. That's why in my main video is like, it's not a huge beast, but it's gotten even stronger since my review, which wasn't even that long ago. So I think performance is fairly similar on the two, but I do think over time, the Armaf is probably going to beat it. We'll find out. But neither one is a slouch. So let's go ahead and go on to that. Again, I think High Roller gets a little closer to the Absolute DNA. But that being said, I think that there is a possibility that the Armaf is going to be more of an easy to wear fragrance for a lot of people. So even if you like Aventus Absolu, it is possible that you like the Armaf a little bit more. It's, again, just really easy to wear. So let me go ahead and stop talking about that. Let's talk about this. Performance, great longevity, about, I would say between 9 to 10 hours. You might get more, I might get more later on, but I would say 9 to 10 hours. Good projection in the first hour and a half to 2 hours. It has never turned into a beast off of my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that, which also means that it's work appropriate. I never go nose blind to it. So like even at the 9 to 10 hour mark, I was still smelling wafts of it off of my skin. I really like that ambroxan that kind of comes out in the dry down. The spices are still there. You get the perfect amount of sweetness once this dries down. I think the sillage on this is a little bit better than the projection, but I don't think you're going to find any issues with performance in general. In terms of who can wear this, I think anyone can wear this. It is probably slightly more playful than Aventus Absolu. That's still the most mature out of the three of these. This would be in the middle, no age range. It's not as fruity as the Armaf. It's not quite as sweet, but it definitely has, again, on me, I felt more sweetness than the Aventus Absolu, the actual Aventus Absolu. I think that it's still slightly more masculine. I actually think the Armaf would be the one out of the three that would be easiest to pull off by anybody because it does run a little bit fruitier. And in terms of seasons, technically fall through spring, but honestly, I think you could wear it year round and you could wear it absolutely anywhere. This has like a little bit of a freshness to it, again, from that ambroxan. So I find it to be incredibly versatile. So the patchouli might be a little bit more prominent in the opening and give it like a touch of darkness, but as it dries down, it doesn't stay that dark. I feel like it's very well balanced. Like it has that touch of darkness and it also has that freshness to it. So it's kind of got the best of both worlds. Depending on the day, I would say, this one's my favorite or this one's my favorite. But I will say, for me, the Game of Spades High Roller is easier to wear because the performance and how it kind of acts on my skin makes it easy to wear at work. And because I'm at work minimum 5 days a week, that's where I'm wearing my fragrances most often. And I feel like this is easier. I can't wear beast mode stuff at work. And so far, this hasn't been beast mode. I have one from the house that I think is going to be too strong, and I'm not even going to test it at work. Anyway, I would wear this day or night, date night, dress it up, dress it down. As I said, I think you could easily wear it to work. It's just like a everyday grab and go fragrance, more than Aventus Absolu. Again, Aventus Absolu is a little bit more of a buttoned up fragrance. This is super versatile in my opinion. In terms of compliments, you know what? I have not gotten any compliments wearing this. I'll be completely honest, but do I think it has compliment getting DNA? Yes. However, again, it's a really versatile fragrance, everyday grab and go, so it may not be a showstopper, and it's not a beast mode one, but again, I don't like beast mode. If somebody is in your scent bubble, you are likely to get a compliment because the DNA of this is very easy to like. And bang for buck, I got this for a really good deal on the TikTok shop. I'm gonna link it wherever I can find it down below. I don't think I can link TikTok shop stuff, and like the prices on TikTok fluctuate, so if you can get this around the $60 range, I actually think that's really decent for Joe Milano fragrances because oftentimes they're higher than that. If you've tried this, comment down below, let people know what you think. As always, remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!